Okay, looks like we're popping on. Get the bot up here and going. Okay, it should be up and going. See a lot of people trying. Is it gonna go? Uh-oh. The bot failing me. Hang on. Oh, it turned back off somehow. Try again. There it goes. Cool. Okay, we'll get the starter stream up and going. Exclamation point raffle. It should be going. Howdy, everybody. Hopefully we don't get any nasty storms up this way. It's to the south of us right now. If we do lose power or even glitch, my internet requires power down at the corner, so hopefully we don't have no issues. Yeah, it's to the south of us right now, thank goodness there, Mike. Got something new for you guys to try out. See if it works. See if it works for me. Should. Hey! I actually wrote a script that worked, I think. Yeah, cool. You can do that. Whoa, no. It isn't working. Doesn't look like. Well, I'm going to have to play with it. Should have worked for Dennis. I see it linked to the same channel. Yeah, it's not working. Let me see where it links to. If it links to mine. Yeah, it links to my channel. Okay, it don't work. Have to figure that out. Why it's going to my channel. I tried. Yeah. Well, I tried to write it. We'll have to figure that out. I don't know why it linked to mine. Should link to the... It gets the name right. Or the... You know, your handle right, and it should go right to your channel too. Anyway, we'll figure it out next time. I tried. Exclamation point raffle. Sure I didn't type the right, something not right there. But anyway, howdy everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Oh. Got a 42 Philly on the war nickel. We got a 61 out of Denver on the dime. Post Michael. We are going to work on pennies again. This bag, if you remember from last week, hasn't been doing very good. It's only had 40s and 50s in it, but we'll finish going through it. We'll get some sense in that earlier album here once we get into the rolls, I am sure. But working on new albums. I think Mike Slides took the albums last week. So we'll be a couple weeks before we get new ones for you guys to get anyway. I know I might have them next week. We'll see. Again, howdy everybody. Hopefully you're having a good weekend. Keep your thoughts up for VMC. He got out of the hospital this week. Hopefully he is doing better. I was going to change that one. Chris's, I might leave Chris's the same. I might build another one for you guys. The I never win thing. Chris don't want me to change his, so anyway, nothing much new going on. Did get my lawn mowed before the rain come in last night. Chris never wins. Yeah, that's what I was going to write his, is Chris never wins, and then use it. Yeah, pretty much the same as 80 there, Larry, in Illinois. Looks pretty much the same. Same. Rolly hills, quite a few trees, but not a heck of a lot. It isn't like there's trees everywhere, but there is in places. Oh my God. Howdy, Kane. Guess I didn't call you all by name. Get in that raffle, exclamation point raffle. Actually, you know, a lot of bare fields right now this time of year, Larry. Give it a month or so when all the fields, all the corn gets up a foot or two. And it looks a little greener. Pretty dry here right now. My yard is pretty dry. Mowing. Ate a lot of dust, that's for sure, yesterday. Last 2 days. Mowing. Get in there, exclamation point raffle, probably about out of time. Chris saying I never win. Just wait a second, Joe. I'll open it back up for about 30 seconds if you aren't in there. 22 of you in there right now. Give you about 30 seconds here. Exclamation point raffle. It's like somebody got in there anyway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the entries are closed. We'll pick a winner. John Camper. John Camper. Pretty sure I have your address, John. In fact, I'm pretty certain of it. If not, send me an email. Congrats, congrats. Okay, let me get over. One more for 25. Okay, Mike. Okay. Like I say, probably got about 200 or a little less in here. Like I say, they've all been 40s and 50s so far, so a little disappointed in that, but we'll fill out the first book in these rolls I got sitting here. When we get 25 likes, we'll have another giveaway. I know we're close. 55 Denver. Start us off. Denver. Oh, hi Drew. Thank you. I don't know who it was that got the membership. Chavis. I've never heard of them or seen them in the stream, but congrats. Thank you, Drew. Have to see if they make it in. Well, there's one of them we need for the book. It's a 49 with a mint mark. It's a Denver. Hi, Bacardi. That's a 42. You don't need. Just need some estimates and a 54 now. Finish filling this book up. 57. There's a 45S. We don't need it. Okay. 58 Denver, 45 Denver, 52 Denver, 48 out of San Francisco. Get through this first handful and let's see if we're up to 25 or not. 45, 53, need a 54. 1940, we already got those in the other book. 51 Denver. Okay, Dennis, we'll get them after I get this handful out of, or these out of my hand. 44. 51 Denver. 52 Denver. 44. Don't need any of the 44s. 46. 45. 48. All Phillies. 57 Denver. Seems like we had a lot of those. 44 Denver. Here's a nice looking brown 55 there. 44. 57 Denver. 42. Oh, that might be one we need coming up here. 46 or 56 out of Denver. And there's something I learned about them tonight. I didn't know why I'd never seen it before, but if we get one, I'll show you. I believe that's a 41S there. And it is. That will fill a spot. Right there. $50S. Need the 40, 49 and the 52. 45. Hang on, Larry. We're just about there. There's a 58 to look at. I got 4 more here in my hand. 51. Another 58. 48 and a 55. Okay, we'll get her 25 likes out here. Okay, 25 likes. It should be going. Exclamation point raffle. Get that 25 likes out of the way. Exclamation point raffle. Hi, Scott. Exclamation point raffle. Should get you in there. Got a little surprise coming for the members for next month. Something I thought I was going to have, and then I didn't think I was going to have. Well, at least got some for the members coming. I'll just leave it at that. You can figure it out, probably. Get in there, Larry. Exclamation point raffle. No, actually, we'll say dimes. You know what I was going to get for you guys. Well, you guys are going to get them anyway. Members will anyway. I imagine they should be here. Yep, that's it, Littlefoot. I actually broke down and bought P&D. Broke down and bought some rolls off of HSN. Actually cheaper than I could get the ones from the mint. The rolls. I wanted a bag, but so I'll have a P&D roll that I'll break open for you guys. For the members. Get all the members taken care of anyway. Exclamation point raffle. Probably about out of time there. Like Joe and Muscle Shell got in there. Just in time. Hang on, Michael, did you get in there? I'll open it up for 30 seconds again. There's 23 of you in there right now. It is open for a little bit. Exclamation point raffle. Somebody got in there. Couple more got in there. Up to 26. 27. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Entries are closed. Who's it going to be? Brian Jensen. Brian Jensen. Let me get my chat caught up here. There we go. Didn't show you what you got, but you know what you got. Dime and a nickel. 44 San Francisco on the nickel, and a 62 out of Denver on the dime. Oh, KJ, I see it. Congrats, Brian. First bounty winner, KJ. See what we got for date. Since they're all news. 1905 on the Indian head there, KJ, if that's what you want. There you go. Congrats, KJ. I'll give it to Chris. Okay, back to the bag hunt. We only need a couple more dates in here. We get all these dates filled up. May just go to the rolls. Because we aren't seeing any 30s in here, which is disappointing. 57 out of Denver. Well, thank you, Drew. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Oh, new Marshall hit. Did I miss it? Of course I did. Look down for a second and miss. Let me get these out of my hand without spilling them all over. Let's see what we got. $18.97 on the Indian head there, New Marshall, or one of the other things if you want them. I did get my notice for my subscription. Oh, and there's Chris. Holy cow, Chris is on it again. Congrats, New Marshall. Scott about his. Congrats. See what, Chris? I think it's another 1907 maybe. Yeah, 1907, Chris. See what he says. If he said it already, I'm sure he wants the Indian heads, but I want to make sure. Okay. But anyway, I was getting ready to say I got my notice for the $50 to check my payment. They did cut me back to only 2 rolls this year versus the 3 I had on subscription, which so my buddy had to put in 2. Couldn't get 2 rolls for them. Anyway, back to it. 51, 45, 56 Denver. I don't think that's the Shadow D. And why I say that, I usually just say up, not the Shadow D. Well, I'll show you why here a little bit. 45, 56 Denver there. There's actually 2 recognized Shadow Ds. I didn't realize it. Got a 51, 41. There is an FS 02, 502 maybe. 40, 58, you can look at. 54. I don't know how I missed it before, but anyway, there's actually 2 of those Shadow Ds. 57 Denver, 53 Denver. 46, 48, 56. We got a 46 out of somewhere. That an S? I think it is. Yeah, it's an S. I have to look at that one. Of course, we did find that 46S over D last week, so that was kind of cool. Got 2 1940s there. Close VMC. 51S. We need the 52S. There's a 52D. Oh, that's a 52S right there. No, that's another Denver. I was hoping it wasn't that one. It was ugly. 46. 51, another 51S. Close never counts. Yeah, that's a 41. If that's a 50S, we need the 49. 40. 55 Denver. We got a 48. 44 Denver. That's another one we can look at. Another 52 Denver. Need the S. 57 Denver. 42. 56 Denver. Now one might be close enough to take a look at, and I'll show you why. That there's actually two shadow D's. That's a 44. Got a pretty good pile up there, but we'll grab another handful, and we're getting down there on this bag. Maybe 100 left. '46, 57 Denver. '44 Denver. We can look at 58. We can look at 57, 56. Both Phillies. 40. 41, pretty ugly. 46. Again, hopefully everybody's weekend is going good. 53 Denver, 50 Denver. Didn't do much today. I did sort through 41, 56 Denver, not the shadow D's. Have to say that in plural now. 44. '51S. 52. We need those to cross each other. Make it a 52S. 58 Denver. Okay, Littlefoot, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Probably get it out Monday. 58 Denver. You guys seen it? Maybe. There it is, Littlefoot. That's a pretty big sure thing there, Littlefoot. But anyway, yeah, I was sorting through my 5-ounce quarters today. Got them put into a box by themselves. I had G-Dub was looking for some. Wondered if I had any duplicates. That box is heavy. '47S. There you go, Littlefoot. Got a 44 after the 47S. Silver's on a little dip this weekend, so probably not a bad time to buy it. 46, 52 Denver. It was up close to 90 bucks during the middle of the week. Dropped back down to about 76. $40, $47. Well, I got a pile here to go through, and I'll bring up that 56. I Civ 5 for life. Okay. See if we find anything like last week. Get that ugly 41 out of the way. Pretty ugly. Looking for the DDOs. Had to backtrack a little bit. Thought I saw something, but it wasn't. Definitely a rough coin there. Nope. $58. Not bad shape for a brown. Looking up for that major doubling on Liberty, which isn't there. Very rare one. Only been a couple of them ever found. And that's not it. Here's one of them 56 Denvers. That one is definitely not what I'm looking for, but I'll show you why I got to be a little careful now. We found one of these FS 501s before, looking for this FS 508. That's what I always called the D over shadow D. See how high that mint mark is between the 9 and the 5. But there's a D right there below to the south of that D that was definitely mint mark was put in the wrong place. They tried to polish it out, but I never noticed before there's actually an FS 502. And I'll pop that one up too, get a little bigger picture of it, show you guys. But you can see that where that D mint mark is up there behind the 9. Again, misplaced, and they had to try to polish it out. But that mint mark's just a little bit lower than the other one I looked for, so I'm gonna have to be a little more careful about just saying it's not the shadow D, because there's actually 2 of them. Yeah, that mint mark's not in the right spot there. $41, looking for the 3 DDOs. Look at the date. Liberty, look at We Trust. Nothing there. Another 58. Nope, not the doubled Liberty. Hi Maple Leaf. 44D over S. There is a little something going on by the D there, but not what we're looking for. We're looking for a little bit of the S above the D, and then you'd see it through the middle of the D also. So that one's not it. Another one. Yeah, nothing there above the D. You just see a little tail above the D if it was what you're looking for. 55. Of course, not the one we're looking for. Don't see any poor man's doubling on that one either. So, no, there. Here's our 46S, like what we found. And there it's a little harder to spot, but since now that I've found one, you wouldn't have that thick of a S in the middle. You'd see a little of that D underneath the middle of the S, or just above the middle of the S. Not on that one. Another 41. Sure would be nice to find one of these. We see a lot of, go through a lot of 41s. Not on that one. 3 to go. Another 58. Nope, nothing on Liberty. Chris, you already won once. Or is he trying to reverse psychology, trying to make the bot feel sorry for him? Okay, don't see no doubling on that one. Or don't see any doubling. Ew, got a greenie. Not seeing anything there. Or there. Or there. Okay. Hey, John Rock. Been a while since we've seen you in here. $46. Another 46 with an estimate mark. Another 46. 54. But it's a Denver. Still need a 54 and a 54S. Gotcha, John. We might have found one though here that we need. That's a 52 Denver right there. I think the one below it's a 52 San Francisco that we need. And it is. So we filled another spot. What are we down to? 1, 2, 3 in there. 49S, 54, which, yeah, it's a little lower mintage, but we should have found a 54 before now. 42, and then the 54S. 45, 49, 44, 46, both Phillies. 47, 53 Denver. Oh, close, SkyQuest. 53 Wheatie in your rolls. Cool, Dennis. So, Dennis, are you getting some change from down in the U.S., are you? That you getting pennies? $56 Denver. See, I got to be a little more careful on this. I think that mint mark's too low. $55 Denver. $49. Need that 49S yet. Another 56 Denver. No, that's not what we're looking for. $57 Denver. That one's kind of weird. 51S. I don't know what we got going on there. I'm going to put that one under the scope. Make sure it ain't a something going on there. Just damage. Really weird looking. I don't know what happened to that coin. I don't see anything that don't see anything there that make me think it's was hit by twice by the dies. It's just a weird coin. 51S. Trying to get another handful. Yeah, I see a 56 Denver after a 42 there. Yeah, that one I can't just dismiss. We'll take a look at it. 47, 45. $57, 52 Denver, 1940. I think that's another week date, 46S. It is. Oh, we'll fill these up eventually. For this book, right now we're needing a 49S, a 54, and a 54S, but I'm sure we'll get it probably filled before the night's out. 56 Denver. Of course, we're always looking for varieties. I don't think that mint mark's high enough to be one of the ones we're looking for. Then we'll start on the second album here once I get this bag done with. 46. 55 Denver, 51 Denver. There's a 41 to look at. 44, 58 Denver. You want a dog? I don't have any dogs around here. I could probably find you a half-wild cat, though. I hear you, Exodus, or Exod. I actually did a little organizing on my 5-ounce quarters today, saying I needed to hunt through them. And I started to work on my ASEs and the other stuff, and they just ended up in a box. 50, 58, both Denvers. Never eat a whole one at once. It kind of sounds like a personal problem. There's a 58. 45S. Got a few, about another handful in this bag, and then we'll start into the rolls. Go to the other book. See if we can't fill up about half that other book. We've been doing pretty good, though. I was kind of hoping we might fill this album out of that bag. 53. Got 48 Phillies. $44. Another 44. 51 Denver. 52 out of Denver. $53 out of Denver. $44, another $44. Everybody needs a $44. $42. $53, Denver. I honestly wouldn't go to a Chinese buffet. Ah, that's going to fill a spot. There's our 49 San Francisco that we need. So now we need the 54 and the 54S. We're going to get it before the end of this, out of this bag. Close muscle shell. $51, $50. Yeah, 40 San Francisco, 51. $46, 45 out of probably Denver. Don't need it. 56, 52 Denver. 58 Denver. Those are all 50s, yep. $45S, 41. Okay, last handful out of the bag. Pretty big handful. Should have done it too. $46, $47, $50 San Francisco, $48 San Francisco, beat up rim on that one, 45, 57 Denver, 56 Denver. Taking a look at the mint mark placing, not the shadow D's. 53 Denver, 55 Denver, okay, Exodus. Little foot. Hope she ain't in the room with you, or did you just get slapped upside up on the arm? 46 50S. $48. Hi, Jimmy. $52D. 45. You just don't say it out loud. That's what you're saying. 55 Denver. 50. $45. Nope, 48 out of Denver. $45. Close, Jim. 53 Denver. 44. 45. 58 Denver. Don't look like we're going to fill our last two, but hopefully we will out of the rolls. 52. 40 for 54s. Shouldn't be that hard to find. 51 Denver. 52 Denver. There's a 55. 40. Another 52 Denver. Yep, don't look like we're going to find any 30s in this bag, which will be a little disappointing. I may have to say something to DT about it, but I guess we did find one variety. There's quite a few red cents in it, so 40. It's better than a couple that I got there that were all 50s. 58, and actually weren't the full 50s, it was just 50 to 56s. 58 Denver, 57. $44 Denver. 58 Denver. 57. I say I didn't check this bag before it started at all. I usually check and see if there's at least a few earlier dates on the outside. 57, 53 Denver. It's hard to say there, Kane. I wouldn't bet on it, but 46. 46 San Francisco. 46, 58 Denver. And a 45 San Francisco. So, missing the 54 and the 54S. We didn't do bad. I just have to remember if we see any 54s. Get out the other book though. Hopefully we find some 30s. Open up one of these rolls. These were some, I think, what did I say? Paid 17 cents a coin. Shipped. From somebody I'd bought from before. The rolls weren't bad. Come on. We got one sort of red looking cent in there. Start off with a 41. Well, there's a better date right off the bat. A little better. 32. I think it's a San Francisco. Nope, it's a Denver. Maybe there wasn't even a San Francisco in 32. I can't remember. No, there wasn't. That's a little better date. 10 million. In that roll. Not bad for the second coin. That one's a little rough, but I think it's a 38. It is. That'll fill the spot. Close, Larry. Hi, Dutch Murphy. $47. Another one not bad. 1930 out of Philly. Yeah, it's quite a few of them minted. Let's make sure. Yep, 30 Philly. I'll fill that spot though. $40. $52 Denver. Yeah, if I see a 54, I need to remember 45. That is a 38, which we already found. $53. No way. That's another 32 Denver. Are you kidding me? Well, that's a good one to keep. 32 Denver, 10 million. That was 53, 57. 45, I think, yep. Ooh, there's an earlier one. 1927 out of Philly. Again, pretty high mintage, 144 million. Oh, not good, Kane. 42. I haven't heard of any great white attacks over here at the States for, that's a 58 to look at recently. It just don't get in the news anymore or what? There's a 41. 53 out of Denver. Yep. He's from down under there, Dutch. $46. Hey, we got another one for the book. Well, that's not good, Mike the Greek. That is a 39. I suppose they do get old though too. Ooh, there's a nice earlier one, 1923. 74 million. These are pretty good rolls I get from this guy for the price. I mean, yeah, it's 17 cents a coin, but good chunk or earlier dates. That's a 35S. $38 million of them. Ooh, a lot of money bags popping out there all at once. There's another 20s. 25 out of Denver. Another little lower mintage. 22 million. Doing pretty good here. Getting some earlier ones. Got a 36 there, finally, we can look at. 38. Oh, another 34 out of Denver. Again, a little lower mintage. 28 million. $50S, 52D, 52 Philly, Another 1930 out of Philly, which I thought we filled already. Well, there's our first teens coming up. 47. It's rough. It's 1919. Looks like it's been cleaned. But it is a spot filler. Ooh boy, it's definitely undersized too. We find a better one. That one's easily replaced. 50. That looks early. Another 1919 with a mint mark. That is a San Francisco. Pretty high mintage on those. What does that say? 126 million on the 1919S. '57 Denver. '36 out of Denver. And not bad, 40 million of those. '57. '56 Denver. And that is definitely not the Shadow D. '48 out of Denver. Looks earlier. It is earlier. What is it? 1918. 1918. And that's a 39. We got it already. Maybe another earlier one. It looks like a 35 with a mint mark. Oh boy. I think there's a mint mark there. Got a little gunk on it. It's pretty worn. I'm trying to scratch the gunk off. It's got a mint mark there, but I cannot tell what it is. We'll have to get the loop out to see if that. I'll just set it up to the side because I can't tell. Hey, there's our 54 we need for the other album. Now we just need the S. '46, 40. '50. We don't need it. It's got a mint mark. Got a little gunk on it. '58. Looks like we need to do some scoping again too. '52 Denver. '47. And the last one is a '46 out of the ground. 46S. Well, just leave it on the scope. We'll do some scoping after we put in this 54. Oop. Well, we're just down to the 54S. Okay, scope. Yep, there's that 46S. For looking for the over mint mark. Wouldn't have that thick of an S in the center. That's what we're looking for, and that is not it. $41. Looking for the 3 DDOs. Not there. Another 41. Nope. Not seeing anything on the Liberty or on the We Trust. $55. Been quite a while since we found a good 4-mans. Not there. There's our first 36. Again, looking for the DDOs on the date. And on the Liberty. And I'm not seeing anything there. Oh, yeah, we'll need that one out for the buck. Another 46S. Take a good look at it. Oh gosh. I don't think I see anything for certain there. Let's flip it a little bit. Now that I found one, I see them all the time. No, I'm not seeing anything there. That other one we got definitely showed out. The one we found last week showed up pretty easily to see it. Yeah, now that I found one, everyone looks like one. Not seeing anything there. Nope. There's a S over D over mint mark Civ for life. I actually can pull that up for you. So I've got it basically up here. I didn't pull it up today, but that's where we started earlier. We actually found one of these last week. It's 46 S over D. There's Civ. It's an over mint mark. They punched an S mint mark over the Denver. And what you want to look for, you can see it right there. See how that's the top of the D. It actually extends out beyond the S, and then you got the tail of the back of the D showing in the back of the S. So that's what you're looking for. Like I say, we actually found one of these last week. There's stage B photo. Not as easily seen, but definitely see the back of the D right there. Can't really see it there too much, but you can see a little bit of it hanging out past the S. A little bit in between. Hey, Ernest. That's what we're looking for on them anyway. Like I said, I was kind of surprised to find that. It was plain as day when I saw it. I had to bring up that page there on Variety Vista just to make sure, and sure enough. Okay, DDOs, not seeing it. '58. Again, very, very rare. There's only been a couple of them ever found. Naked eye doubling on Liberty, which is not there. And not there on that one. It's one thing, there's actually like 2 or 3 different S mint marks that they used, different punches they used for the S mint mark on some of these. This one's got the thicker center section on it. You won't find that on that S over D. That's not it. Well, here's our ugly 56 Denver. Not going to be what we're looking for, I don't think. Nah, just some damage. Say I gotta start looking a little harder at them now. Nope, nothing on that 58. Here's another one. That one's actually got a twisted mint mark. A little tweaked. Not to what we're looking for. .44D. It's D over S is what we're looking for here. I'd say it'd be a little bit of that S sticking above the D, top hoop of the S. If it was there, that one don't have it. Another 58. Nope. Last one. Looks like it's about time for middle of the stream, maybe before I open the next roll. Last one here. Okay, Not seeing anything there. Nope. Okay, flip back. We'll get that 36 put away. Make sure. Okay, well, that's not a bad start after one roll. What did we fill? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Of course, this one I'd like to replace, but well, middle of the stream. Dime and a war nickel. Another 42 out of Philly. On the war nickel, 62 out of Denver. On the dime. Get over here to the giveaway. Middle of stream. Okay, it's going. Explanation point raffle. We'll get you in there. That chat is locked up. There it goes. Explanation point raffle. Get you in there. I don't know why I have to keep hitting these down arrows. I'm going to switch off pages. Well, I haven't heard any rumbles of thunder. It must be staying south of us. We had a pretty good little shower last night. Like I say, we were due for it. Still digging grit out of my eyes from mowing the last 2 days. But now the grass will grow again, which then means I got to mow again, but I'd as soon it stayed a little drier. Besides that, nothing much new here. Still haven't built my RC kit. Still sitting there. I need to get working on it. Maybe this week. At least get started on it. Otis! I see it. Explanation point raffle. Got a 1904 there for you, Otis, if that's what you want. Explanation point raffle. Cents for Otis. Congrats, Otis. Slot machine's been kind of quiet for a while, but that don't mean nothing. Congrats, congrats. Hang on there, dollar Mike. Dollar, yeah. I will open it up again for just a few seconds. See a last minute arrival. 32 of you in there, holy cow. I opened it up. We'll do it for about 30 seconds. Explanation point raffle. Probably got in there already. I'll give you about another 10. Explanation point raffle. He must have been in there already. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close it up. Pick a winner. David Carlisle. David Carlisle. Congrats, congrats. Where's my pen? There it is. Congrats, David. Okay, get back into the rolls here. I've had this one out several times, hadn't gotten into it. It looks old, but says Wells Fargo Bank, NA, Stockton, California. Pretty loose for a bank wrap roll, but sure it's probably re-rolled. I've had them around here for a while. Time to open one up and dump it out. I think we've found a few Indian head cents in these in the past. Push it out here. Looks like we got one red cent there anyway. See what it is. Ooh, I think that one's going in my book. It's already got one in there. That's a 1938. That one's going in my book. We've already got one in the album. Okay. See what we can find in these. I don't see any Indian head cents, but I can't remember if we did find any in these or not. 51S, 42. Well, now I say that, there's an Indian head cent in my hand. Actually, in 1880. Might have checked that one against my albums, I should say. Nice earlier date one there. So I was thinking we found a few Indian head cents in these rolls in the past. 48, 45. Did you get the poo, did you, Littlefoot? Puppy dog drop you a pile? Well, there's a nice earlier date. That's a 47S there, but I think that's a 1910. It is a 1910. That'll fill a spot. Were you close, Muscle Shell? Chris was close. And we got a 45. We got a 57. 48. Well, there's one of those ones that, or is that a 53? No, it's a 55S. One of them that tends to be hard to find in hunts. 55S. Last year of the S-minted wheat cents. Got a 46 there. '57 Denver. 44. Of course, you got to have a 44. Ooh, that's a 37 and pretty ugly. See if I can see what the mint mark is or not. I don't think that one's going into the book. I think it had a mint mark, but I think corrosion got the better of that one. I think it's just going to go back. We'll find a better 37 than that. Ooh, there's another, I think that's a 26 out of Philly. No, 20 out of, maybe out of Denver. This one I'm not sure about. I think it's just damaged, but almost looks like there's a Denver mint mark there. Pretty worn. That's another one I'm going to set aside. I'm not for sure till I get a loop on it. You tell me that's another 55S. This guy must be the one hoarding the 55S's, because there are two of them now. 41, 57. Okay, there's another early, actually two of them back to back. That's a 1911. So when what I thought it was. Pretty slick. And this one's a 20 something with a mint mark. I believe it's a 29. I just want to make sure. It is 29S. 29S. 50 million of those minted. Of course, got to have a 44. That's a 34 Philly. That will fill a spot. Quite a few of those minted. 219 million. '56 Denver. It's not our shadow D's. Mint mark's too low. '45. Okay, that's a 27. I'm gonna fill the spot. Oh, we already got a 27 in there. '35. We got a 35. No, we don't have a 35. Just make sure. Yep, 35 out of Philly. '56. '44. I think it's got a mint mark. It does. It has a Denver mint mark, I believe. It does. 1930. We got the 30 already. Yep. '53. '46. I don't see any other Indian heads in there. Actually having 1880 wasn't bad. Not a bad looking 53 there. A little red brown. 57. '45. 23. Yep, we already got the 23. '50. 35. We already had the 35. '25. I think we got the 25, don't we? Nope. Got the 25 Denver. Not the 25. Philly. Okay, maybe there's our better 1919. Just make sure it is. You can pop that one back out because it ain't gonna stay put. Been chewed up on the edges or worn down on the edges so much. Don't even want to stay in the book. That one's definitely better. 51, 46. There's another earlier one. 1916. I don't see a mint mark on it. That's another 35. Let's make sure there's not a mint mark on it. No. 16 out of Philly. Pretty high mintage on that one. Okay, I think that's a 20. If it is just a plain 20, which it is, that will fill a spot. We haven't done too bad on this roll either. Another 35. $55 out of Denver. 57, and the last one is a 39, which we already got, and that's not bad. I think I'll open this other one of these, another one of these 17-cent rolls. Then we'll open one of these better rolls. See if we can't. This roll here is all 09 to 39s. Paid a little more for it, but I don't know why I'm trying to salvage the roll. No reason to do that. Seen one that looked pretty nice here. See if it's cleaned or not. Yeah, she's an ugly. 45. Another 45. Got a 37. Do we got a 37 already? We do not. $53. Still need our 54S. That's a 44. Looks like it's got a mint mark. It does. It's an S. Not one we need to scope. What Chris hit again? I'm seeing a wow, Chris. Oh yeah, Chris just hit again. Holy cow, Chris. Chris never wins. Littlefoot says, I call rigged. He's got in good with the bot. 1901 there. Chris on the Indian head. Sure, that's what you probably want. Okay, I'm not going to scribble on the envelope. I'm going to throw it in your old one, in your other one. Congrats, Chris. Has Chris got a timer going? Is that how he's got it figured out? If he does it exactly so many seconds, he'll win. About the only thing he could have figured out. Chris counts. Okay, yeah. See, I wondered. 44. $19.30. I think we got 30 already. Yep. 51. 45. 50 Denver. 52 Denver. 46 with a mint mark. I think it's an S. Nope, no mint mark, just a 46 with some gunk. Otis hit again. Yep, Otis hit again. He's been picking on certain people again tonight. Well, we got 1906 in there, Otis. Grab his other bag. Cents. Okay, Otis, same like Chris. I'm going to throw them into your other bag. Save writing on them and scratching them out. Yeah, you got 7. There, Chris. Only 7. Congrats, Otis. Littlefoot's over there going, I haven't won for 3 months. Okay, got a 23 there. I think we got 23, yep. $37 with the mint mark. We need 37 with the mint mark. It's an S. That's a pretty good date, 34 million. Got to talk mean to the bot. Hi, Poker John. Let's see, what is today? 16, 14, 30. Looks like our member stream will be 3 weeks from now. I think 2 weeks will be, I'll be off. I'll be off racing that weekend. But there, John, he'll be in there in the drawing. Might have to do that over at the 32 Denver. We got it already. Might have to do it over kind of 2 streams since we got so many members. Now that's just plain weird. 232 Denvers back to back. 53 Denver. What we may do is do it like on a Saturday and Sunday night. We'll just see what happens. Do half of you one night, half of you the next night. Probably have prizes for both streams. Hi G-Dub, did you get my email? I sent you one back today. $57. Hi Deborah. That's the 1918. I think we've already got the 18. Yep, 1918, we've already got it. Oh, now that's just plain strange. That's the third 32 Denver in this roll. Low minis, 10 million. Good one to have back. 1919. $35. $47. That's a 1930, which I'm sure we got it already down there. And that's a 34. We already filled that 34. That 29 plain. We need 29 with nothing. It is 29 Philly. That'll fill a spot. $56. Another 29. Sure there isn't a mint mark there. Nope. Ooh, there's one we don't have yet. 1912. 1912. Fill a spot. $46. $44. No way. Another 32 Denver. That's 4 in that roll. $44. $40. Well, I think it's a 32, but oh, no way. No way. That's a 33. Another lower mintage. 14 million. It's not the Denver, but that's a couple low mintage ones. A whole pile of 32 Denvers. Followed up with the 23, which I know we got. $42S, another 44, 37, That's going to be a slick one. What is that one? That's our first 1917. Just make sure there isn't a mint mark there. It is. And that will be one we can look at, sort of. It's pretty slick. 35. There is a DDO on the 17. 41. So you can look at, it's been cleaned. 39. We got it. It's a 35, pretty slick for a 35. 39. Another 41. 52 Denver. 3 more in this roll. 41. Again, been cleaned. 45. And a 1930. Which we got. Okay, we'll probably do this one more roll. We'll scope our coins and we'll get to our end of stream. This is a roll of all 09s to 39s. Paid 22 cents a coin, so see if it's worth it. Sure, a lot of common dates in here. Be nice to find a 1909 now. Put into the book. I got one more roll over here, but I don't think we're going to need it. I've got a roll. It's 50 different 1909 to 1939s. All different. So that would actually fill a book. Or fill this book for what I'm looking for. I always try to get 50 in there. Well, we start off with a 19 and a 16. Which I think we got both of, 19 and 16. 37 with a mint mark. I think it's a Denver too, which we need. It is. But I don't think I need to open that roll tonight. Maybe we'll end up just a little bit early. How are we doing for likes? Getting close to 50? Yes or no? Well, that's beat up. That is a 27. 39 likes. Okay, well, probably not going to get to 50 tonight. Good thing we got a 27 in there already, because that one was terrible. $37. 1910. Got both of them. That's a 20. Thinking we had a 20. That's an 18. Which I know we got an 18. No mint mark. Got 29. Which I think we got. Yeah, we got 29. There's one we don't have. We got 1914. I had to make sure there wasn't no mint mark there. There's a mint mark. Either one of them are decent value. $18. Looks like a 20 with a mint mark. It is, and it is 1920 S. 46 million. $30. Ooh, 30 San Francisco. A little better date there. Just make sure it's what it is, what I think it is. What is that? 24 million of those. A little better date. $27. 39. See, that third one down looks like a pretty nice cent. It's a 37, just a little grungy. There's our 1909. I was hoping to see one of them in this roll. We got a VDB on the back. Yep, I don't see a VDB. Well, we got a 1909. One for the buck. So, always kind of hoping. That's when I get those rolls that I get a 1909 at least in them. Worth a shot, exactly. I think that's a 36 with a mint mark. And we D or S. It is a D. We've already got it. That is a 29 out of Philly. We got 19 out of Philly. Oh, that was a pretty good lightning bolt off to the southeast. It was a ways away though. 39S. We do need a 39S. Make sure. Yeah, we need the 39S. 52 million. Actually, there's a case of the 39 Denver is lower mintage than the S. $26. We got. I'm pretty sure we got a 26. No, we don't. How do we not have a 26 in there yet? I'll just make sure there ain't an S mint mark there. Nope, just a filly. Horse 26S is a better date, key date. 20 filly. So now we got 38. We got $28, $25, both fillies. 25. Oh, we need the 28. Another one of them that I figured that we had already. 28 filly. We're doing pretty good out of this roll, filling spots. Another 30 with a mint mark. I think it's an S too, is it? Nope, that is a 30 Denver. So that will fill a spot. 40 million. $38 Philly. 1919. Is there a mint mark there? A little grungy. Just make sure there isn't a Denver mint mark there. No, just a 19. Another 26. $19.20, we got it. There's a 1919 with a mint mark, but it's an S, I'm pretty sure. It is. We've already got it. Oh, Jimmy! Ooh, that's another better one. I'll leave it up on top. Jimmy! So we got for a date for Jimmy. $1,900, I believe. $1,800 on the Indian head set, Jimmy. I guess if you want to get back with me like you normally do, that's fine. I'll set it off to the side for you. See what he says. Maybe. Well, Jimmy, I'm going to write your name on it. If you want to swap it out for something else, you can. Okay. Get a hold of me and tell me what you want. Gotcha. If you want one of the other things, that's all cool. Congrats, Jimmy. Okay. Anyway, what was on top was a 1924. Too bad it isn't a 24 Denver, but it's a good one to get, though. Okay, what do we got there? I think that's an 18. It is an 18, no mint mark, which we already got. You bet, Jimmy. 35. 37. Sure we got both of them. Just needing some with mint marks. That our 1919 Denver. I think it is. Sure is. I'll fill our 3 1919s in. There's a 36 to look at. That's another 17. Boy, it's slick. No mint mark. I'll put it up there to scope, but I don't think we're going to be able to see anything on it. 20. Got it. Down to the last 10 or so in the roll, and then we can scope them, and we'll do our end of stream after we get done scoping. 38. Got it. 25 out of Denver. Pretty sure. We'll just make sure it ain't an S. It is 25 Denver. We already got it. Oh, did Kane hit? Did Kane hit something? Kane, you did hit something. I think you got something here. I think, didn't I just send you something this week? Or it was last week, a week ago, something. Dom says, hit my cat. I think it's saying 1903 there on the Indian head, Kane. That's what you want. Which I'm sure you do. Kane. Congrats, Kane. Congrats, congrats. You guys done pretty good on me. I'm down to 2 out of 10. Of course, Chris has got a couple. Otis has got a couple. 39. 34. Got them both. That's a pretty nice 37. We're going to set that one off the side if Buck don't need it. Which it don't, because it got all the 37s. Little red brown. 36 Denver. I think we need that one, don't we? No, we just need San Francisco. Just gonna make sure. Yeah, 36 Denver. 37. 34 Denver. I think we got that one already. And the last one is a 39. Yeah, we didn't do bad. We didn't do bad on those. Count how many we got here after we scope these. Start off with this 1917. It's better than the other one, but kind of look for a split in the top of the 7 and in the 9 if it isn't too worn. Definitely got some thickness on the 7, but it's just wear. Pretty certain. And I don't see a split in the 9, although it is a little suspicious there, but I don't think so. Oh, New Marshall hit again. By gosh, you did, New Marshall. I'll flip back. I'll flip back. See what we got here from New Marshall. Oh, that's an early one. I recognize the coin. 1882. Pretty slick and been clean there, New Marshall, but 1882. New Marshall playing games with me. Oh, you were close. You didn't hit, did ya? My bad. I'm trying to give it to you. Okay. I got you. I thought you won it. Well, you guys know the next one up's in 1882. Okay, back to scoping. Okay, we got a 36 here. Looking for some doubling on the date. Don't see any. Don't see anything on the Liberty. I think it's on the In God. You got to kind of look at. I'm not seeing anything on there. Say, I tried to give it to you there, New Marshall. I just scanned up and didn't look really close, I guess. 41. Not seeing anything on the date. Nothing on the Liberty. Nothing on the We Trust. Michael was close also. This is that really worn 1917. I don't think there's any way you could see anything on that. If there was. Definitely is thick in the 9. So even if it was the right one, I don't think you'd be able to see it. Another 41. I'm not seeing anything there on the date. No. No, don't see anything. Another 41. And no splitting on the date. No, not seeing anything there. And nothing on the We Trust. 2 to go. 46 likes. And 4 away from another giveaway here at the end. 44 Denver. See a little bit of an estimate mark there under the D. I'm not. Last one, another 41. Kind of an ugly one. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything there or there or the We Trust. Well, how many did we fill up in this book? We didn't do bad. $41. I usually try to, well, I try to get 50 in this album when we give it away, so only have to find 9. Did get a 1909 in there. Got a couple better date ones in there also. That 1932 Denver. And a few others. Anyway, that's not a bad book fill. Would have liked to seen some 30s though out of that bag. But it's not bad. I don't know if we'll have them ready for next stream or not. Anyway, in the stream. $64 out of Denver, quarter, 90%er, or the uncirculated steel cents will be your choices. Can't believe that chat's still going over there on that page. End of stream. Okay, it should be going. Exclamation point raffle. 3 minutes to get in there. 3 minutes. Exclamation point raffle. That worked out timed just about right. Didn't get into that last roll, which that's all right. So I have to find the 54S for the other book, but again, we'll be on next weekend. Pretty sure it'll be Saturday night. 2 weeks from now, we will take a break. I'll be off racing. 3 weeks from now, we'll be doing our members stream. Like I say, we may have to work that over 2 nights with all the new members for this month. I'd hate to have to do about 3 different videos after the stream just to get everybody's roll hunts on recorded, or at least so you guys can see them. But exclamation point raffle. Do this and we'll get out of here. Again, want to thank our mods for their excellent job that they do. Kane, Mike the Greek, and Dennis. Do a great job every stream, keeping me in check. Oh, the albums, yeah, the albums aren't in there. You won't be able to have that choice. I forgot to swap the change the page there for the end of stream. I do that on occasion too. But we got the quarter or the uncirculated wheat steel cents. At least for this stream. It usually takes me about some time during the week to get the other cents into the other album, the later ones. Anyway, looks like time is over with. Get back to the giveaway screen. 27 of you in there. We'll pick a winner. John Camper. John, you won earlier. I only let you guys get one prize during this, besides the slot bounty. I don't care about that, but I'm guessing you probably want the quarter instead of the dime and the war nickel. Quarter, please. So John, this will be going to you. Hang out, guys. And we'll re-give away this one. Just the way I do it here. I like to spread it out. And it's in my description that you can only win one of the main prizes. So congrats, John. And we'll pick another name for the start of stream. Prize that John won earlier. Richard hit bags. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you guys. I would have missed it. Hang on there, Richard. We're going to pick another name here, though. Get that out of the way. Then we'll get Richard's, but anyway, we'll pick another name here. Dullum. Oh, why did that pop up? Dullum. I'm just going to write Dullum on there. Have I sent anything to you to Dullum before? Why did I scratch out start a stream? I wanted to scratch out John's name. I'm just going to write Dullum. If not, Dullum, send me your email, or send me an email with your address, name and address. I don't know if I've sent anything to you or not. So congrats. That is yours. I think maybe I have. Richard, your choice here. 1882, wasn't it? Isn't that what I said? 1882, yep, on the Indian head. Or one of the other things that I got up there. $50 sets. I don't know if Richard's won anything or not. Any of the $50, or do you want the Indian head sent, Richard? I'm guessing that yes means yes on 1882. Okay, gotcha. I think you're one of them that has a nickel that'll be coming your way also. I don't have my list out here, but I'll find it as a member this month. But congrats, Richard. But anyway, guys, well, how close to 50 likes did we get, guys? I don't know. I can't see it, so I know we're, what, 46 or something like that? $46. Well, okay. Well, we didn't get quite to 50, but maybe next week. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. We'll do this again next Saturday night. And we'll catch you later. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone. Later.